Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, it's just going to be another one of those weeks or months where work's going to be crazy. I may not be getting as many videos up as I normally do, but I'll try and get them in where I can. My brother called me to give me a couple of news stories to potentially read on. One was about Pennsylvania officials investigating 2,500 voter registrations for fraud. That these voter registrations all came in with similar handwriting and such. From the article I'm reading on The Guardian, it appears that it was like a canvassing group that was going through there. Now, mind you, they said they've been going through the ballots. They said like they've gone through 60% of them, and they found all sorts of fraudulent ones, but some legitimate ones in there as well. So maybe this is one of those groups that they pay you for each form that you fill out or get filled out. You get paid for it, and now the county is discovering all these issues and are denying them. Some of the people's names that were on there, they had wrong contact information or such. So when the county officials reached out to the people in question, they said they had never filled out those forms. So somebody's probably in a heap of trouble for that. But it doesn't appear from the way they report the story that this is one of those things where somebody was trying to get fraudulent votes in. Maybe it was going to screw up people who were already registered. But it might just be something as simple as greed. That I fill out these forms, I get paid, I leave the mess behind me type of thing. So I'm not too interested in reading on that. He told me something else and I don't remember what it was. I think I'm just going to do a general what his week is going to look like. Now, mind you, I record this on Tuesday evening a little after 6 p.m. Pacific time on the 29th of October. We are 1 week away from the election. So let's look at let's look at like the next 2 weeks of Donald Trump's life, this week and next week, to see what's going on in Trump world and how things are going for the Donald. Well, this will be for entertainment purposes only. For the week we're going to go from the 29th, basically the 29th Tuesday through Monday of next week. What's going on with Donald? Four of Coins. To me, this is more his team. They're trying to hold it all together. They're just trying to keep Donald, you got 1 week to go. Don't screw up any more than you already have. That type of thing. He had his big Madison Square Garden rally. His comedian, who Donald Trump says, I don't know the guy, which is Donald Trump speak for, I want to disown this guy because what he did was problematic and I wash my hands of him. That's kind of what that means. Said awful things about Puerto Ricans and other groups. Then the Trump campaign says, oh, well, we don't vet everything that's said. Yeah, that's great. But this is a political rally, so everything that's said is going to be reflective of your candidate and will basically seem like it has your endorsement. That argument also doesn't pass the smell test because the comedian's bit had to be loaded into the teleprompter, and apparently the Trump team had him remove at least one joke referring to Kamala Harris as a C-U-N-T. I guess that was the line. But calling Haiti a floating pile of garbage in the ocean, that was okay. So then Donald Trump's like, oh, I don't know the guy. Yeah, you do, you lying sack of garbage. All right. Four of Coins. What's underneath? What's supporting the Four of Coins? Okay, it's the plan. Basically, get Donald to the finish line. That's the plan. Move forward with the plan. We're almost at the end of this election cycle, and I had this card come up before. The Trump team looks at Donald Trump and just like, this is all we can work with. They're just trying to keep things slow and steady. He can't, you know what it is? He also can't handle anymore. He is all full up. And they're so close to the end that they don't want to blow this. what happens? So that's kind of what's going on for this week. Next week, starting on Election Day and carrying through through the weekend to the following week, what's happening with Donald Trump? We have Eight of Wands. Messaging, quick messaging going through. Well, yeah, the first messaging going through is, stop counting the elections right after the polls close, because I don't want you to get to those mail-in ballots. There's going to be a lot of change happening fast here. What do we have? The King of Swords. Decisions being made. Harsh decisions being made here. Jack Smith could be involved in it. This could be outside of Jack Smith. Page of Cups. The gaslighting. The lying. MAGA. QAnon stuff. And delusions. Okay, funny. Underneath it all is the Devil card. Basically his corrupt behavior. Next week, he's going to be messaging all week about how the election's being stolen from him, gaslighting 24/7. And objective reality may not be on his side. He's delusional, and he's trying to sell his delusion, but I don't think the delusion's going to sell. With that King of Swords there. It's a very cut and dry card. Let's look at the week after the election. So this one's for let's see, this is the 29th. So this would be the 5th. So this is the week of the 12th or so. The 11th or 12th. After that, we got the Fool card. Starting the next phase of his life. Here's the World card coming to an end. You get a week break. And now we start the new phase of his life. Judge Merchan should be coming online pretty soon here, right? 5th, the 4th, the 11th. Judge Merchan's the next week after that. We got new fights. Fights, weariness, things coming down the pike. It's almost like he's trying to walk away from the stuff he knows coming. Department of Justice. And news he doesn't like. I think it's all over but the shouting at this point. Now this might be the next phase of the plan where the Republicans try and say, the election was stolen, we're going to challenge these things in the courts. But from Trump's point of view, he's kind of like done everything he needs to do. He maybe has one more thing he needs to do, but he's tired and he's kind of looking down the road like, am I in the clear or not? You got the Department of Justice here. Or at least the King of Wands always represents my Department of Justice, amongst other things, as does this. Decisions being made, and he doesn't like the results. I think whatever plan they have to try and contest the election, like if Kamala Harris won, things aren't working according to plan. He's not getting the traction that he needs. It's almost like the energy is not there. The people that he needs to rise up and cause mayhem, they're not there. They've taken a walk. Let's look at the one last week. The 4th, the 11th, the 18th. This would be the week coming up on Judge Merchan here. And there's the government and the justice system, the Hierophant. Page of Pentacles. Big value push. Maybe there's going to be a big fine. If Judge Merchan's ruling on this case, there might be a big fine that's coming his way. Or the government starts looking at the money. Oh, look at all these money cards all of a sudden here. There's going to be more scrutiny on his finances. Now, I told you I was looking at Judge Merchan. Judge Merchan, okay, well, that was the Stormy Daniels hush money payment case here. So I think we're going to start getting a lot of information about the hush money, the payment that was made to keep this woman silent, and all the shenanigans that were going on in the background here. Some people have said not readers, but pundits have said they see maybe a scenario where it gets delayed again. That's possible, but these cards don't seem to show that. So I'm not seeing anything in here that looks like a wild Trump victory in the next 4 weeks. I hope that puts your mind at ease a little bit. I see him being Delulu. I see him gaslighting. But honestly, I just don't think it's going anywhere. The evidence isn't there regardless of what he's broadcasting. You can say you won all you want, but objectively, there's no data to support that. And, any rational viewer is going to see that and not think that there's any there. So, again, one of the readings I'm getting here is that Kamala Harris is going to win. Donald Trump is not going to win. It looks like he will make it to the finish line, but then he's going to go off and do his other thing and let his lackeys start doing all the work. And pretty soon we're going to get Judge Merchan on the docket. 3 weeks after the election, Judge Merchan's supposed to be there. So, I'm going to leave it here. It does not need to be a long reading. I'm not seeing anything that's going Trump's way. If anything, his problems will continue. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. These readings are for entertainment purposes only, but I do hope you find them insightful, and I will catch you on the next video. Take care.